Hello there, Aries. I'm Catherine Allen, clairvoyant medium and astrologer, and I'm bringing you your February reading. This is for the whole month, and it's 3 cards I'm going to draw for your month of February. So here we go. It's funny, the lighting was much better when it was just a camera, not Facebook Live. 1 second, Aries. I'm just trying to get better lighting for us all here. How's that? That's better. It's a little better. All right. So, shuffling the cards. I am using the Thoth deck this time around. Sometimes I change the deck that I use, but the Thoth was my first and longest running deck. So, 3 cards for you, Aries. Just cutting. And we have the Empress, the 7 of Cups, and the Death card. All right. So the Empress talks about anything that you have that's related to mothering, whether you are a mom or related to your own mother, or could be just people that you nurture. If you're playing a mothering role to anyone, men are also can be nurturers. It's not just women. But chances are for men, this might be talking about a woman in your life who is a mother or nurturer. And if you're a female listening to this, that could be you. The Empress can also talk about giving birth to other projects, other things that are creative. It doesn't always have to be a baby, but sometimes it can be a pregnancy or a baby. Now, the 7 of Cups, the next card is a tough card because it represents when water has become stagnant. And when the water has been sitting there too long, we get a swamp. Just like we keep hearing about in the news, draining the swamp. So you have to ask yourself, in what way has my life become maybe a bit stagnant or swamp-like? Is there something, usually it's in the emotional realm with the cups, emotional, sexual, sometimes. Sometimes this card, 7 of Cups, can even mean that there is an STD, but obviously I'm not saying that's true for everyone listening. But that's the kind of thing. It can be viruses, sickness. It can be emotional sickness, meaning anything like addictions, obsessions. Sometimes that also translates into, if you're in a toxic relationship, then the emotional sludge in this relationship is not good for you. Something has become too old and too, maybe even secure, but too stagnant for too long. And it's going to be time to stir this up. Thus, you get the Death card, which is actually a good thing in this case. The Death card is the death and rebirth. And so don't worry so much about the death part, about what's ending. Be excited about the rebirth that comes, because the Death card brings change very quickly, and it brings something better than what you previously had. It takes away something and it brings in something better than you would have thought of. This is why the Death card is actually, a lot of the time, a really good card. And in this case, if we combine all 3, perhaps there is and just think about it, it could be you, it could be someone close to you, but there is a motherly or nurturing person around, and there is a sense of things becoming old and stale and stuck and maybe not very, very healthy, and could be playing out physically, it could be playing out emotionally. And the Death card means that there's going to be some sort of wake up and shake up and shift in that situation this month. And that could be anything from, whatever has been stagnant will now start to move. Somebody's going to make a decision that changes the status quo, or Hopefully not, but sometimes it takes getting sick for people to wake up that they're not in a good circumstance and it's time to go. But try not to get too worried about this and focus more on the rebirth side of the cards, meaning that whatever you're feeling stuck with right now, by the end of the month it's going to wake up and change. And it might be a little bit of a shake in consciousness or circumstance to get you there, but it's something better is coming in its place. So you can be optimistic that February is probably going to be sort of a 180 kind of month for you in a good way. If you have any more questions or you want a personal reading from me to know exactly what's going on with you, then you can reach me by messaging me below the video, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, or you can go to river-rain.com and you can reach me there. Have a good month, Aries.